Hi.
Hey, how are you doing, Rain?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for waiting.
Absolutely no issues whatsoever. None.
Lots of elevator traffic at this
I've been there. No worries. You got enough air, Rain?
Oh, yeah.
And if you need to, there's a USB-C charger there.
Oh, thanks. All set. How's your day going?
Good, absolutely. Going well. How about your own?
It's good.
You work in the Chase Tower.
I do, yeah.
That is the tallest building
in Houston.
and I believe in the state of Texas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Fun fact.
Yeah, there you go. My Cliff Clavin, a little bit of Cliff Clavin useless factoids right there. Yeah, I actually worked in 3 of the buildings downtown here. I used to work at the Pennzoil.
Oh, yeah.
I retired last year, but I worked at the Pennzoil building when I was at Arthur Anderson. I worked at the Bank of America building. I don't even know if they call it the bank, probably Merrill Lynch now. Right across the street.
Yes, yeah, that's
That
nice.
was when I went over to KPMG after the implosion. And then I went to KPMG. We moved over to Main Street.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah. I worked in KPMG's building.
Oh, did you?
Main Street.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I worked at Citi for 2 years. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I worked with a lot of guys from Citigroup.
So you just drive around?
Yeah, I'm as you can tell, kind of an enthusiast of autonomy and artificial intelligence and robotics, and
Cool.
so yeah, this is kind of like I'm retired, got put out to pasture, and just one of those things that I was like, you know what? And to you, this is probably going to sound silly, but I was like, there's so many people that have never, seen like self-driving vehicles or, the things that are going on today. And so for a lot of people, the first ride ever in a Tesla or in any sort of autonomous vehicle is when they get in with me.
Oh, yeah.
And, which I'm sure that's not the case with you, but the vast majority, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what I kind of do now. It's, not the standard post-retirement plans of most audit partners from KPMG, but, I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting people.
That's good.
Yeah. So.
Where in the city do you live?
I live up in Kingwood.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I lived in so as far as I lived in the Galleria for a while. So when I first graduated college and moved to Houston in the mid-90s, I lived in the Galleria for about 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
And then I got hitched, got married, and that's when we moved out to King, started a family.
Nice.
I had and all my kids went through the Kingwood school district there, and so it's basically been Galleria and Kingwood for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I used to live over here in the Heights, pretty close to where we
The Heights is great. Man, I wish I would have bought a piece of property in the Heights when I moved here.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Now it's developed a ton.
You want me to shock you, Rain? So when I'm an old fogey here, so don't laugh at the years here. But when I moved here in the mid-90s, I could have, it's not going to do anything, gotten a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Of course, all those homes, are the standard 1 bath. 3 bedroom, 1 bath for like $75,000.
Wow, yeah.
And just the land where that house doesn't even exist now because they've renovated. But just the land is like $500,000 now.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
My grandparents grew up right near the Heights, and it's funny. Like when I lived over there, they would come meet me for lunch and stuff sometimes.
Oh, nice.
And it was interesting to hear what they had to say about, oh, this place used to be XYZ, or like.
Well, it probably was a machine shop,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
or a tire or a salvage yard. Yeah, it was funny. Like nowadays, when I go to the Heights, it's just a tremendous neighborhood. Like, I could see where young people would want to live. Yeah. But and I don't know about your grandpa, and even in the mid 90s, it was starting to change as soon as I got here, like late to mid 90s. But I would say half the neighborhoods were still like tire repair, machine shops, and then other, not so nice things. And then the other half would be these homes that young people were starting to, like I said, I even looked there at one time back when I was young in the dinosaur days. But a lot of folks were, because it was affordable. You could actually buy a home there, and people were starting to fix them up, and you would have that, but you just knew, well, hey, you may be on the same street with a machine shop, a liquor store, and Lord knows what else. But over time, it's really just kind of totally transformed, right?
Yeah.
So you originally from Houston, Ray?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I actually live in New York now. I've been here for
Well, I lived in New York for 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lived in at the corner of 56th Street and 7th Avenue. There was a train station right there.
Okay.
I remember that. Yeah, I lived in the Spire.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I always tell people. Granted, now I lived in Midtown Manhattan, so that's not where but it was close to the KPMG office,
Yeah.
and so that I selected that just because I wanted to be, Now, if I'd have known like what Manhattan was like before that, I would have probably chosen like Upper West Side, or excuse me, Upper East Side, because KPMG's building was like right on the east, and so it was on Lexington and Park Avenue.
Okay.
And so that, I forget, I think it's the there's a train, I can't remember the letter of the train, but it goes literally north-south, right along that line. And so had I known, I'd have been like, all right, I'll just go to the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, I kind of don't want to have to worry about trains. That's only something a non-New Yorker would say, right? I don't really want to worry about trains. And then you get there, and you're like, the train system's so easy.
Yeah.
Really is. I love New York.
It's very efficient.
Yes.
And cheap.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, you're talking about the train, right?
Yeah.
That's about it.
No, that's the only thing that's cheap.
Yeah. No, it was a great experience. I was there from 2011 to early 2016. It was my last kind of big, I won't say tour, but here I am singing to the choir here, but you get rotated around different places, and that was one of my last rotations. But I loved it. I enjoyed it.
It's a fun city.
Yeah. Are you, is that going to be a permanent base for you, or are you?
No, probably just like in the near term.
Yeah.
I'll be there for a little bit, but.
That's great. Well, in city, with city, that's the Mecca.
Yeah, I don't work in city anymore. anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No, I moved jobs.
Oh, okay.
So it's city's still on Main Street. My new firm is in the JP Morgan Tower.
Gotcha.
Why I was over
And so
there.
that's why you moved to New York.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's been good. I'm really liking it. So.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
But it's nice to be able to come see family when I come here from work.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Two completely different cities, cultures, all of it.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed having the change of pace. I'll be honest with you. When I was there, I knew I was on a rotation, and I didn't really think that I would want to like live there like permanently, like long term. But I loved it for knowing that I was only going to be there for a set amount of time. I thought it was great, and taking advantage of all. You can take the Metro North and go to about 28 different places up in Connecticut, upstate New York.
Yeah.
All those little,
Great area for sure. Lots to do.
all those little antique places, brunch places.
Yeah, there's no shortage of activities.
That's right. So what's your? Oh, I'm sorry. You're on the phone. What are your favorite places to visit in New York thus far?
Like areas? Or
Yeah, like it within the city.
I live downtown, so
Financial district.
no, not Vidai, but like kind of close to that. So it's a lot of my friends live downtown too, so I spend most of my time down there. There's a lot of different restaurants and stuff going on there, so I would say I don't really have a favorite just because
Meatpacking district is right around there, right?
yeah, that's close. West Village,
Soho,
around
man.
there, so
It's great.
but there's like too many places to ever try them all, so
That's
I
right.
try to branch out, go to different spots. I do like pop-up bagels. It's like my favorite bagel place.
Yeah.
But you have to buy 3 minimum, so I only ever go if I go with like, a friend or something.
Yeah, they take bagels to a whole nother
They really
level
do.
up there. I mean, it's like, you don't just go and like, and even on the street vendors that'll do the sandwiches and everything, you don't just get a bagel. It's like 8 different ways, and I'm not talking about types of bagels, but like where they scoop out the breading in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
people scoop out the bread. Yeah, that was a whole thing I had to learn there.
There's a lot of different, like this bagel place I like, they don't toast the bagel, they don't slice the bagel. You have to get 3 because they don't even put the cream cheese on the bagel. It comes in like a little container.
Yeah.
So you dip it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the city a lot. It's been really, really cold this year, though.
It was bad winter.
It's still like 30 degrees.
Ooh.
It's kind of brutal.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You'll exit pretty close.
Yep. I'll keep an eye on it. Should be getting. Yeah, there it goes.
Sometimes it tells you to exit frontage, so I didn't.
Yeah, no worries. Just let me know.
But yeah, it's been unseasonably cold for sure. Ready for it to warm up.
So it's been one of those bad, brutal winters.
Yeah, it snowed a lot.
All right, Tesla, come on. Get on over. It is. There we go.
It's amazing what these cars can do.
Yeah, it is. I love it. Obviously, for me. I mean, it's why one of the main reasons I'm out here. But all right, come on, let's go. Now, why did you wait so long? Literally till the very end. Come on, girl. Sorry, I was talking to her. I shouldn't be anthropomorphizing. I can't, if I could say that right. But yeah, I love it. It's for me, it's kind of a passion. It's why I do this. For a lot of reasons, mainly just the amount of deaths on our road every year, 45,000 deaths a year. And so for me, it's been kind of the mantle I've picked up since I retired. Like, what can I do?
Yeah.
I could go play golf. I could go do, a bunch of different things, but this is just kind of one. Now you're probably like, oh my God, let me get out of this damn. It's like, no, that's just me. It's kind of my passion to help. What's the best way to do it? Make AI robotics not as scary for folks. And, I'm just an accountant. I'm not an AI scientist or robotics engineer. I know enough to be dangerous, as they say, but this is kind of my little way that you're the most, you're out of all the passengers I pick up, Rain, you're way out of the norm.
Really?
For most. Yeah. So most people I pick up have never been in an electric vehicle, have never been in a Tesla, have never seen. So it's like kind of like, me just doing that one, like giving everybody exposure. Just see it. And then plus in a city like Houston that has historically been so against electric vehicles, just the culture.
Yeah.
And so experiences, like, for lack of a better term, they colloquially call it butts and seats. Like, as soon as somebody gets to ride in an electric vehicle and experience it for a little while, they see that you don't need a fire extinguisher. They see that you're, no, I don't need to charge every 15 miles, that sort of thing. But until somebody actually gets to ride in one, they never know that, right?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why I'm out here, Rain.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of electric vehicles in here.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. You're way out of the norm. For you probably know more than I do.
No.
So
Honestly, I don't know much about all that stuff, but it's interesting.
well, they're coming. That's the other thing I'm trying to, is we argue about so much in this country. We're so divided, and it's like, me and some other folks are just sitting there going like, God, these people don't know what's about to happen to them. They don't know what's going. We're sitting here arguing as a country about stuff, and again, I'm singing to the choir here. All the while, there's this AI thing just, but and it's like, I don't care about what your politics are. I don't care about what you think about this. And because you never paid attention to me, you never got ready for it, right? So that's kind of what I'm trying to do is everyday Americans given an experience, don't be scared of it, embrace it, type of thing. And with that, the stupidest statement, Rain's like, I met this idiot in a Tesla today.
No, I think you have a good perspective on it.
It's a beautiful neighborhood here.
Oh yeah, it is. It's nice.
Let's see, and you're on the right side. Yep.
It's good to have a more neighborhood feel sometimes.
Absolutely.
The city doesn't really give you much of that.
Is here good? You may pull up to the. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Rain. And push up on the button right there. I didn't even have to tell you.
Have a good.
You too, Rain. Have a good one.
Meet you.
Nice to meet you too.